Hold up.
What you finna ask me? So don't ask me nothing inappropriate.
Of them do, but it's like, look, so I'm gonna say 2 out of 10.
God damn, Papa, no, Papa. Yo, welcome to the Trill Academy Podcast. Class is now in session. And today we have the one, the only, the lovely Miss Kristie Coleman. 6 years in the game, mother and daughter, black-owned business.
Come on.
All right, Amazon bestseller. And she has a documentary that we just paid the trailer for. Come on December 17th. Y'all show some love for Miss Kristie Coleman.
Welcome to the classroom.
Yeah.
Welcome to the classroom.
Well, thank y'all for having me.
Well,
I'm excited to be here.
Thank you for having us, girl.
For real. For real.
I'm excited to be here. It makes me feel good to be surrounded by successful, young entrepreneurs. So
Yes. Sexy.
This girl here.
Sexy.
Yeah. Wait, sexy. My bad. I need to add that
She
in there.
said successful. I just knew she was going to say sexy.
Right?
So tell us more about yourself.
So I help people who experience any form of hair loss. I've been an entrepreneur really since I was 16. My mom had to push that on me because she had to do what she had to do when she became a single parent. So she was like, look, all y'all in the business. It ain't just me. Once she started a business, we all became business owners. So then moving forward, I kind of had that spirit on me. So I ended up starting my own business with her by the age of 20. And then not really knowing exactly what I was doing, but we fully didn't get into it till about 26. And I ended up losing my hair, went through a transition of, they said in braids, I keep it protected because, y'all, I'm not going through stress hair loss again.
Gotcha.
That. So every now and then you see me with some protective style. Some days you see me with my hair out. But yeah, long story short, I went through hair loss. From traumatic surgery. So I ended up having a traumatic surgery and going through hair loss. I really didn't know what to do, but my family, we grew up on a farm. So my instinct was to go back to the roots of where I came from. And I grabbed fruits, vegetables, oils, herbs, different things like that, and started to really kind of use what I already knew, mix all that together. And then from there, I was just in college, just passing out little containers of like products that you had to be refrigerated. But I'm like, I use this to grow my hair back here. Y'all use that. Not thinking that like it was going to grow into something bigger, greater later on in life. And when my grandmother lost her hair, we end up, putting the product I was using that I was just making in the kitchen, like just mixing this stuff, literally. And then from there, my mom was like, okay, don't you think that we should do something more to it? After my grandmother passed, we end up realizing that, her hair was growing back. So at first, I'm not gonna lie, I did not want to be an entrepreneur. I didn't want to do it full time though because I just didn't know. I wanted to be a bartender. I wanted to serve people. I wanted to have fun.
Yeah.
I wanted just to live my young life. I was like, but because I knew if I became an entrepreneur, I was going to have to give up everything, making more sacrifices. I was going to really have to take life way more serious. And so then I just was like, all right, you know what, let's just get into it. Let me just do it. So I just dove deep into it. 2020 came, boom, had to get, you know, when everything closed down, so they closed down the restaurant. So I had no choice but to go full throttle in it.
Yeah.
So once I went full throttle in this shit, I just went full throttle in it. And I just started like literally like just
Having looked
hustling,
back. That's
calling
what I'm talking
people,
about.
calling salons, calling beauty shops. Hey, you know, I make hair products, you know, this is what I do. I mean, 100 to 200 phone calls a day. I'm pushing the brand. Yeah. Then I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna limit myself. I want to find other ways to make money. So I started writing books, and I'm a filmmaker, so I wanted to do film. So I really wanted, and then like I had this like everybody kept saying like, okay, how can we should have 8 streams of income, but in my mind I'm thinking like I don't want to do 8 different things.
Yeah.
Can I do 8 different things in one business? So I'm like, so then I just decided to create 8 different streams of income, but then one business. So I just dropped a whole poetry album telling my hair story too. I didn't tell you that. I forgot to tell you that.
What?
Yeah, it's on Apple Music as well. So yeah, so that's really much what I be doing with KC Beauty Room and.
So,
Yeah.
so what you're saying is you built basically a house, right?
Yes.
And you put everything within all your skill sets within that house.
Correct.
And a lot of people need to look at your journey and do that, not just from the hair growth perspective, but from the entrepreneur stuff too. There's a lot that you can do. You movie maker, poetry, all that. You took all that and you put it into that entity. So you're always selling your product.
Correct. Everywhere I go, I'm
Everywhere
always
you go.
talking about.
You always,
Yeah.
that's a true hustler.
Look, when
That's
I'm
a true
talking to
hustle.
a musician, I'm like, shoot, I want Apple Music too. We're talking to a writer, all right, I got a book too. Talking to a filmmaker, well, I got a movie too.
That's it.
That's what I'm
That's
talking about.
it.
I
I'm not
ain't
like,
just
hold
bring you
on,
some
you
hair
ain't got no
product. I
bag.
brought you more than
I
that.
brought more than
I
that.
brought
Yeah,
you more
let's
than
do.
that.
I'm gonna bring the bag, like pop out the trunk type of hustler. Like
Nah,
that's the
for
type
real.
of hustler I don't want to be.
That's what's
Every
up.
time I see them hustler movies, I'm like, yeah, like pop open my trunk,
Yeah.
get
Pull out
this
the
product.
CDs.
Yeah,
Pull out the
CDs.
CDs.
Yeah, come get this work.
Ace Town.
Get this
Right out the
work.
trunk with it.
Yes, so that's me. I'm like, yes.
Tell us more about man, you got so much going on. Tell us more about though the documentary. What made you want to do a documentary?
I like telling stories, so I like to be able to not only that. A lot of times people see like the hair, the makeup, the fashion show, the hair show, and they think like, oh well, this is just a glitter and a glam. Okay, y'all got a good hair show. They just see the beauty of what we creating through our movements and tracks and things like that, but they don't see the real grind of the hustle behind the scenes. They don't really see the blood, sweat, and tears.
Nobody ever does.
They don't see whenever the makeup artist cancel. Now I got one of my hair models doing makeup. They don't see that whenever a hairstylist don't show up. I got, I'm calling people from the back that I never worked with before. Like, hey, like, look, I know you ain't been on my team. I know you don't know me, but can you come help me out? And that's literally what this documentary was. People will see. There's people that I've never ever met in this documentary that did models' hair. Hours and spent hours on these people. I didn't even know who they were. They just saw that I was like running. I was like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just sat down like all like it's like if like my world was going chaos around me. And
That is
because I didn't know. Some people was like, okay, I can only do hair for 3 hours, 4 hours. I'm thinking that they can stay there the whole entire time. They end up leaving, and I'm sitting around like, okay. And then people just started seeing that I need help. All that's been documented, like all that, because I'm not gonna sit here and fake the funk. I'm not gonna sit here and make it seem like, I'm not gonna seem like, oh, well, you see all this beautiful work that we do, but you don't get to see the realness. So so I'm big on like transparency, being raw. I'm big on the truth. Like, so I'm not gonna sit here and just tell you like, oh, well, here's a nice glam and, nice this and that. Like, no, I'm going to show you, like, I was really struggling trying to get this together. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. It was a struggle.
Well, that's a beautiful thing because transparency is definitely in there. Like, people want that real, raw.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff has been, edited and filtered now, and people really
want to go
searching
through it
for
with
that.
you.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times, people just want to go through it with you. They want to feel like they were there. So any behind the scenes content, the method behind the madness, people like that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Because you only, like you say, you only see the finished product. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm sitting in the audience, but when you see that curtain move, oh, I wonder what they doing back there. So you giving them a glimpse into that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Because, I mean, I was sitting there, I ain't gonna lie, I was sitting there. Even when I did an interview myself, I was like, oh my God, why I said it? But you know what? I'm putting it all in there. Because I was just like, because I remember the camera coming up to me, like, what, you know, at that moment, I was stressing out. Like, and they was like, you know, what you feel? And I said exactly what I felt. When I look back at the footage, I was like, oh, I really said what I felt. And I'm like, well, that's what it is.
You were present in the moment.
She comfortable. She getting
You
comfortable.
were present in the moment.
So tell us how it is working with your mom.
It's a blessing. Look, y'all, it's like one of those things where you really have to be like, okay, yeah, this is my mom, you know? So like at the same time, it's a blessing, but we had to really like let go a lot of past stuff because you know the stigma between especially Black mothers and daughters, you know, and a lot of times, you know, we don't have that good of a relationship many times. So I think growing up, you know, I feel like we had to, like, growing up in this industry together, really having to know our roles and knowing what we good at and us respecting each other, because it did take us a while to really find that balance of, like, you know, hey, you know, this mama, I'm mama, but, okay, I'm daughter, but we also got to respect. And my mom was already in the game, so I didn't even have no identity until I had to really work for it because I was always Thelma's daughter. Gotcha. Oh, you Thelma's daughter. Oh, okay, you Thelma's daughter. I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna show you I'm a little. I'm gonna get my name. I'm gonna get my name, you know, and that's exactly what I started to work towards. And so, but she paved the way. She broke so many barriers. But yeah, it took us like a while to really figure out that balance in that lane. But I think once we figure that out, like, it's like, okay, well, you do you, you know, and she does her, and then we kind of meet in the middle. But yeah, I mean, we went through, you know, because many times, like, it was them nights where we was like, I was just more like, okay, you know, you my mama, well, I'm your mama, so this what I say go. You know how mama's like, what I say go. And I'm like, okay, but this is business.
Yep.
Like
That's what I was worried about.
Yeah, this is our business. So we got to be able to come together on that. Like, we got to be able to come together and really figure out, like, what that looks like. So me having that voice and her, like, learning that my voice matters too, we came together.
How many times have you quit?
Ooh, how many times I wanted to quit? Okay, yeah, probably. Shoot, I was just going through it a week ago.
Life.
Yeah, I was just going through it a week ago. Like, she was like, just keep going, keep pushing. But probably, I ain't gonna lie to you, probably it's a thought that ran through my mind, not on a consistent basis, but it ran through my mind for the past 6 years. We've been fully engaged as a legal business. I would say more than probably 4 or 5 times a year. Or 4 or 5, 6, 5. Yeah, about 4 or 5 times a year.
People don't understand, man. It's rough.
Every quarter. But every quarter,
Every
I'll be like,
every quarter.
Can I keep doing this?
Yeah,
do I want to keep doing this?
The quarterly review. It's okay.
Yeah, literally, because it was like, I just remember crying, not thinking I was going to be able to make it, you know, and not thinking that I was going to be able to really do this, but like really, you know, and then I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. Like, and that's why I'd like to surround myself with people like y'all too, because like, that's what I was telling you. Like, it's, you know, congratulations on staying consistent. Because I know what staying consistent come with. I know what that come with. Like, just trying to keep pushing forward. And you got to work with other people, different personalities. So everybody's just different. So coming together and being like, you know what, you good in this, you good in that, you good in that. And that's why I really wanted to emphasize on the documentary with elements.
Yes.
Because we got earth, fire, air, and water. Yeah, we can be, you know, it could be a combustion, but we can also come together.
Yeah, I was noticing that. I was about to ask you that, like, what was some of the designs and stuff that was in the, because some of the hairstyles were pretty top notch.
Yeah.
They're pretty hard to do.
They was. I tell you, people I didn't even know. I didn't even know they could do hair. They came up and showed up, but the hairstyles resemble like the earth, like the
Right.
volcano.
I saw that.
Like
Natural elements.
Yes, everything about the elements. Everything revolving about the elements: earth, fire, air, water. So that's what
Since we might have some hairstylists watching, if you needed help with anything like that,
How would they reach
how
out?
would they reach out to you?
So they would either call, our number 713-331-3551, or most times they just go directly to our website, which is www.ktbeautyboom.com, and they can look at a lot of our before and afters, a lot of our products. But we do work a lot with salons and hairstylists, and we do a lot of business with them, so we can always cross promote or collaborate a lot of times, because a lot of times people don't, they go to their hairstylist to do their hair, so they use whatever product their hairstylists have.
Right.
Versus
Have them recommend.
correct. Yeah.
Well, we definitely need to make sure y'all recommending. All right.
Yes. Yes.
Make sure y'all
Don't worry about it,
recommending.
y'all. Next time, I'm going to let y'all know how the product is, because, baby, your girl, y'all know I'm the one.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna try.
I'm going to try it.
Yes.
And I'm going to be honest.
At
I'ma let
50%
y'all
off,
know.
why can't you try?
For real. Make sure y'all use that.
Oh, I didn't even know I got that. See,
Yeah.
not now I got to buy two.
Yeah.
And everybody
Look,
watching
and
our
my-
live, make sure
my-
y'all
my-
go.
my-
Y'all make sure y'all go to the website and buy two.
Is it
all
safe
right?
for kids?
Yeah, safe for kids.
Okay, because my
Safe for
son
kids.
got this much hair.
For real.
This much hair. But I mean, he always says, Mommy, because my hair is so beautiful. All right, it's going to fall out. You don't get it done.
All right.
I do have one more question before we get into the topics, because
Okay.
we know why y'all here. We're gonna get into these
We're
topics.
going to get
Okay.
into these topics.
How long did it take though for people to start believing in your stuff? Because I know I could imagine when you doing it and you refrigerating and everything, how people was like, I don't know. So how long did it take to really get the wheels moving, and how you stay consistent and power through that part?
Ooh, that's a good question. So when I lost all my hair, I was applying the product to my hair, but really trial and error, y'all, just getting in front of that mirror, getting in front of the camera, and being like, this product, this is what the ingredients are, talking about the benefits, educating people. And a lot of times people don't really know exactly what they putting in their hair. They just see
Right.
hair growth oil.
Right.
And they look at a big old sign in hair growth oil, but they don't know the benefits, what they doing. So when I lost my hair twice. The first time I lost it was from surgery. Second time I lost it was from stress. From me starting a business, going through the ups and downs. So people would tell me their hair stories, tell me what happened in their hair, and then I would take on their story as if like it was my problem too. And then from there, I really didn't know what to do. And so that's where, end up writing the book, becoming a certified life coach, because I'm like, I can't take on all of this. I got to be able to be strong in this, because it's heavy work. At some point it's heavy work. So. But yeah, end up going online, posting, and not staying consistent. Like basically, I couldn't be afraid to make mistakes in front of people. I couldn't be afraid to be like, if I gave you a hair growth oil at the beginning, I didn't know that my oil label had to be like oil resistant.
Right.
So if the oil drip on the label,
It came off.
It came off. You know what I mean? I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, so then people calling like, I can't read what's on your product. I'm like, all right, you're right, my bad. Or I can't see this. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'm taking all that in. And I think once, I was able to kind of like, you got to be able to take like those mistakes and not look at it as like you failed. Kind of take them and look at it as, this is a learning lesson, and I'm going to keep growing from this, and I'm going to keep
Constructive
pushing.
criticism.
Yeah, and really take that in as if like, okay, you not offending me. You just trying to make sure you got a good product that you can read.
Yeah.
This ain't offended. This ain't. And so once they start seeing their hair grow back, I just ask, hey, can I post your hair story? Can I post your hair? Or I go up to, so like people come, even like last week, somebody came up to me and was like, oh, my hair grew back and, my hair stopped shedding. I'm like, hey, can I get a video real quick? Can I, and I just ask. A lot of times people love to talk about themselves. So
Of course.
Yeah, so give them something
Now
to talk about.
make sure you get a NDA or sign something,
Yeah.
because that hot tour girl sued old boy.
Yeah.
You don't want to go viral and then somebody for the hair growth.
For the hair growth.
Yeah.
They gonna look. You use my video. Look, I'm gonna reach out and be like, look, let's work this out.
Let's work this
Let's work this out, okay?
Hey. With that being said, hey Marcus, man, can you run a clip for Tyrese? We're gonna get into it. Oh, hold on, before you run the clip, for the people that just walking in the room, because we got black people on our stuff, they kind of late.
Okay.
Can you please tell them one more time where to find all your stuff at?
Okay, so where to find our products at www.ktbeautyboom.com. And our number is 713-331-3551. Yeah, see, she got it. Okay. Okay. Or if you click on Magic 102.1, y'all gonna see the screen pop up.
Y'all know I got the memory of an elephant.
Yeah,
We about to see.
I love it.
Hey, go ahead.
Until it counts.
Go ahead and run the clip for Tyrese, man.
1 and 2. If you ain't learned already, I ain't giving you shit. Like I fought to earn this life, I'm gonna fight to keep it. Not giving it away to nobody. Ain't nobody gonna take this. I'm gonna shoot, stab, and kill over mine. I'm gonna protect this bottom line at all cost. I've earned it, and I'm gonna protect it. I'm gonna protect it as hard as I've earned it. That goes for all my homies, anybody in my family, anybody I ever marry again. If you think I'm about to just give it to you after I worked this hard to get it, you definitely got me confused. You definitely got the wrong one.
Yeah, that was deep.
All right. So at first, I was rocking with Tyrese when he said it. But then I found out that he talking about $76,000 worth of back child support. And I respect the fronting with the not giving, the mother of your children the money. However, when it comes to your kids, you need to support your kids. If it was just going straight to the mama with nothing like that,
Right.
it'd be one thing. The other thing I'm gonna say is, I know you're saying he would stab, kill, and shoot over.
Yeah.
Bro, when the court in the face,
Right.
Like,
what you gonna do?
God.
They gonna take it right in your account. So what you talking about? What you talking about? What are y'all thoughts on this, man?
I mean, at first I was like, when I seen this, I'm like, I thought he was promoting an album. I thought he had an album coming out. What does this have to do? I was just like, at first, that's my first thought. I'm like, this man looked tired. Like, he looked like he looked stressed.
The thing across the video said Monday, so if that was accurate, he just had the Monday blues.
Monday blues. That's all.
He just had Monday blues, but he was very much giving. I don't know if you guys have seen his catalog of movies. He was very much giving O2 from Waist Deep vibe.
Oh my!
So I felt like he was just doing a monologue of sorts. I don't know. I hope he wasn't serious, but in all reality, everybody know that as far as the court system goes, that type of stuff, alimony and child support goes off your income.
Yep.
So he could either shell it in the LLC, or he should have beat her to the punch and made his baby her own trust, set up stuff to where when he go to court, they like, okay, well, we can work it out because you're providing in some type of way. But she beat him to the punch, and now he gonna stab.
Oh, both of them.
Beg, borrow, and steal
One and
to
two.
pay his bills.
Oh, both of them did.
I guess so.
Oh man.
He did some direct message to 1 and 2. But I tell you, let's look at it from this angle, because I think we all agree that if it's child support, the kids should get it, right?
Kids should get it.
Now,
for sure.
we do have a lot of cases where they're saying this is men and women, right? Because it's been happening to women lately too. Lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right? I've grown accustomed to a lifestyle, so you need to pay for that lifestyle. Where are y'all at on that?
I think that is complete bullshit. I think I honestly think that's kind of fucked up. Like, because I look at Mary J. Blige. We were just talking about her the other day, and everybody know, like, Mary is the most I don't want to be famous ass person she does not want to be in that life no more, and she has no choice but to work because she has to pay that man. You know what I'm saying? To keep up with his lifestyle, up with money that he did not earn. He had no part in earning this money, but he gets.
Well, he was her manager.
He has no part in He has his own money. You a manager. That means you got your cut. Mm-hmm. But you gonna sit up here and take my money because you say we were together and you've grown accustomed to a lifestyle. I don't think that's fair for me to have to continue to pay for your lifestyle after we're not together no more.
What about a man if it was flipped around?
I don't think it's fair for me to have to pay for your lifestyle.
So if it were you divorcing, you wouldn't ask that of him?
Not to maintain my lifestyle. I would ask him to pay child support if You know what I'm saying? If we had a child, and if we had something like
spousal support or something, because I think that's what they getting.
Yeah, it's spousal support, but they are getting. I'm gonna put it like this: if you were a homemaker, a homemaker that does not have a job or their own,
tread
you know
lightly.
what I'm saying, source of their own income.
So
if you don't
think
have
we
your
backpedaling.
own, no.
I think we
if you don't have
backpedaling.
your own source of income and your main thing was to take care of the kids, take care of the home. Like, I don't have a job. I don't have anything else, but this is what me and your children are accustomed to but it's maintain your lifestyle and you live in something lavish. No, I'm going to pay you enough to maintain a lifestyle, but it won't be that one. You're not gonna live like
they
we still
consider
together.
that in court though. They will help.
But
They will the cost of living to maintain the lifestyle that person introduced you to.
That's just like saying, well, okay, so this is what I'm trying to say. If we live in a house and I'm paying $10,000 a month for it, right? We divorce. You can still live in a house that costs $5,000, and I can still pay that.
They ain't gonna want that.
But I'm not gonna pay the $10,000 no more But you can still live comfortably in a house that costs $5,000. That's how I feel.
So you
want to
get
live in
the
a house that
house-
costs $10,000. You go get your own other $5,000.
Y'all will end up selling it and splitting the money if that's the way you thinking.
Come on, entrepreneur. What you got?
I mean, I feel I'm not gonna lie, I agree. I feel like if I worked hard for a lifestyle, especially all the sacrifice, my hard work, my everything that I put up with.
I want to give it to somebody.
And I feel like personally, if I'm married to you and I introduce you to this lifestyle, then you knew what it took. To get here.
Okay.
You knew what it took. You knew all the sacrifices I had to make. You knew everything I had to make. So that means that I already gave you the tools. You should have been watching, learning, and getting it in. And once this separates and we separate, you have to still have the capabilities, especially if you got your 2 arms, your 2 legs, your 5 fingers, your eyeballs, your ears. Everything is fully capable on you. Yeah, you have every right to get up and go get it for yourself. That's how I feel about it.
I'm 100% with you, but I ain't trying to get these women mad at me. Look, what about these women that are gonna say, "Hey, well, I sacrificed. I stood there. I was a kid and everything, so you can go out there and be successful. I did this so you can be successful."
And that's okay. I don't mind paying something, but I am not doing that. I'm not giving you. So again, to a certain extent, I'm with Tyrese, unless it's child support.
Yeah.
But as far as spousal support, I don't think that should even be a thing.
We're grown adults here.
Right.
We're
like,
grown.
why should you get half of what I make?
Spousal support probably come in place because, like you were saying, the homemakers, the ladies who haven't worked. So when your husband leaves you, this is what you get. Some people, and also it depends on how long you've been married. It is. It depends on how long you've been married. Because some people only have to keep it up for a couple of years. So a lot of people, it's not like indefinite. Like it's not forever. Some people, it's like a certain time.
And you don't get it if you guys were not married for at least 10 years, which they say 10 years is how long it takes for you to get.
And then you go to court and prove like it's crazy because if you were a millionaire or rich before you met them and for whatever reason it declines, you can prove like, okay, this is what I had prior to them and after I actually took an L. So it's just certain stuff you got to present to the court and show the court.
Anybody know the Texas laws?
But Texas laws say that you have to be with somebody for at least 10 years. And as far as alimony goes, like she was saying, it's however, of course, child support is until you're 18. Or in Texas, it's not until you're 18, it's until the child is out of college now.
Really?
So yes, if the child goes to college until they're 26, which is how long they can stay on your insurance in Texas, then you got to continue to pay it.
Really flip the script.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. But
What if he keep failing class, man? What I'm supposed to do with that?
Spousal support. I think spousal support is like up to 20-something years, up to though. It's not saying that you gonna get it for them whole 20-some years. You might only get spousal support for 4 years. So I wonder what's
the breakdown
20
because
a long time.
If I was a man, I mean, I don't know how much time I would have on my hands, but I would need a list I would need a list, and if you could break down everything my child needs and I could buy it, I wouldn't have no problem with that.
Right.
Whether that's me going to pay the school tuition, whatever you need or that I should provide, let me know and I can do that. But a lot of people, they don't like each other anymore, so they don't want to be what is it?
Yeah, I say it all
Cordial,
the time.
or they don't want to have understanding.
Or they just it's time for get you, right?
Yeah.
Now we broke up in a bad manner, so it's time for the get back.
Yeah. I mean, I think the kids should be taken care of. That should be like, set up a bank account, like you were saying, set up a trust, make sure the kids are set up and things of that nature. But as far as like for me, when I seen that area, like Ariana Grande had to pay her husband, ex-husband, over $1 million. They was only married for like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was her, the one that took the cake. I don't want to be wrong. I think it's Sherry Shepherd. That took the cake. He convinced that girl to get that baby.
Yes.
And it's like as soon as they got the baby, he was like, well, bye, and got his cut and his child support for the kid.
Yeah.
But it come off as if she was like heartless, but you know yourself. That lady was like, I didn't want the kid. Now they had a kid. She loved the kid, but it's like he set her up. I think Britney Spears had to pay Kevin Federline. Well, he had the kids.
Oh man.
Oh yeah,
he the
did.
number one. He taught the game.
Tony Braxton.
the
Tony
manual.
Braxton had to pay her husband. And she
up,
called
Kings.
him,
We up.
because she felt like she
We
had to
up,
pay him.
Kings.
It's a lot of, and I don't know if it's
K-Fed
Kelly
took the
Clarkson or Adele. One of them left their husband, and they had to pay. I know it's like a double
You
standard.
know, we should keep the law how it is.
I
think
understand
funny
that
part.
it was. I know it's a double standard, but if I have a bag before I get married, I'm gonna be like Yandy and Mendices,
Period.
because ain't no paperwork
Work.
filed.
Ain't no paperwork. They
They married under God.
They married under God.
They married under God. I
understand
knew what she
that.
was doing. That was strategic. And I don't knock her. That's her husband, because back in the day, you didn't have to go to court to get married.
All you had to do was declare
You
it
had
in
to
front of
declare
two people,
it.
in front of at least two people.
And jump a
we was
broom or
married.
something. Call it
That
a
was
day.
it. All you had to do was declare it in front of at least two people, and you were
You know
married.
what? I was looking up that the other day. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was in the word like, okay, how did back in the day they get me? I was looking up that. I did, because I'm like, I want to do it this way.
Okay.
I want to do it this way. Shoot, I'm
Well,
not gonna lie
look,
to you. I feel it.
That's gonna lead us to our next topic, man. Since we talking about breakups, right? Let's talk about the getting over the ex part. Cause I'll start with, I don't think you ever get over next. I think you can move past the situation. I don't think you ever get over it. So that's my little spill. I don't think you ever really truly get over. Like, to get over something is mean like to just leave it, is no longer a part of you, whatever. I don't think as humans we kind of do that. So I think you do move past it, though. You find things that'll help you move past the situation. So what are y'all thoughts? The floor is open to all you lovers who probably have never gotten over their ex.
I mean, but I definitely feel like people can get over exes, because I watched my... I have a best friend right now. If you say her ex's name and she be like, who? Like, she'll be...
That's me.
Her grandma asked her, like, where, like, whatever happened to him, and she was like, who? She made this lady think that she was crazy. Like, what are you talking about? Who are you talking about? And I'm like, why you did that? And she was like, what y'all talking about?
To me, that's a prime example.
I'm
that she
like,
not
girl,
over it, though.
like, stop playing. Like, and she was like,
so?
well, you know, he died to me. Like, he's dead to me.
see.
I don't fool with that. Like, I don't.
That's a
she was
prime
like, I don't
example
fool
to
with
me.
him.
That's
She's
a
like,
prime
I don't like
example to
nothing
me.
about him. He's a dirty person.
If
Like,
had a funeral on her head.
she had a funeral in her head, and she was
But
like,
if
he's just a
anytime-
dirty dog. Like, he's just not a good
makes
person.
sense.
At any time when his name is brought up, you have to do all these extra antics.
She just
She'll
ignore it like she never heard. Like,
embedded in you. It's still embedded in you
Think
because because to me, if somebody asks me about my ex, I'd be like, oh yeah, you know, such and such, or what's going on with such and such. Why do I have to do a whole charade? Like, you're really going out of your way to keep this up, because not everybody's involved in it. Like, oh man, you know who I'm talking about. Like, so you're really going, to me, you're
and
going
you
out
can
of your
literally
way to
just
make
sit
it.
there and say nothing and act like you don't know what they talking about.
But she's not doing that. She's going out of her way to be like, who? What?
No.
Who is that?
No. When
What?
they're asking her questions,
Yes.
when they're asking her questions, not that they just talking about them, period. But if you come and ask me about somebody and I say, I don't know who that is, leave it alone. Why you can't leave it alone? Why would you continue to say, yes, you do? You do
But yeah,
know.
you do know who that is.
But I said I don't.
So again,
you going out of your
so
way.
again,
When all
you're
you
not
gotta do
past
is,
it, right?
You want me to continue
You're
to answer
bothered, but I'm saying you're
questions.
bothered by it, so you're not past.
You
You're
want
not
me
over
to
it.
continue to
not
answer
over
questions
it.
about something I already said I don't. Hey, whatever happened, I don't know who that is. Next, let's keep
Man,
going.
she bothered by it, man. She ain't over that.
Now, if you say so.
She ain't over that.
I feel like I had ex friends, you know, ex in relationships. For me, yeah, I am one of those people that I will be like, all right, yeah, I'm cut, done. We had a great experience. I feel like people in my life, they come in seasons. That's how I look at it. Like, baby, this was a good season. That was it. That was just a good season. So I personally feel like I don't know, that's me. I can get over, or some people can't get over to where, like she said, you don't even think about that person ever again. Now, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But at the same time, for me, yeah, I didn't have relationships, even especially ex-friends, where I just been like, yeah, you didn't cross the whole line. I'll never speak to you again. Block, done. Don't even think about coming back into my life. So for me, honestly, my ex-friends took me harder to get over than the actual relationship. Me losing more of ex-friends took me a lot. It took me a while to get over.
And I don't even have not one person in my life like that I can say I blocked them, deleted them. They don't never talk to me. I don't have not one person. And it's probably some people I should do like that, but I don't have not one person that I've ever said. I've never had anybody like that. I said, this is my ex friend.
You know exactly what the question is.
What's the question?
Do you ever get over an ex?
How can you get over your ex, and if so, how?
Okay, so you can get over your ex.
You ain't say if so, how? You ain't asked us that.
You can get over your ex if you
You
have.
ain't asked us that.
It's all right.
If you have the willpower.
Because you know what I was going to say, how to get over.
And you want to, you could do it. It's possible. I don't have a remedy. And people say, quit blaming stuff on your zodiac. But I was born a Leo. So listen, when it's over, it's over. When it's done, it's done. I don't see you. You don't see me. I don't see you when I'm at work. I don't see you when I'm at the bank. I don't see you when I'm pumping gas. I don't know you. Insert Keke Palmer.
I don't know this man. I've
He
never
walked
been sorry
past
to this
me
man.
on the street.
I don't know you.
And
I'm sorry to this
So
man.
all y'all in that same mode.
No. But no, that could be friends, family,
I'm probably the only one that ain't.
co-workers, exes. It's just when your season is done, it's done. Not saying we might not ever run into each other or later down the line, have a little hee ha ha moment, but it's just like I bid you adieu. Like you came, you saw, and you went.
And you went and you go. I don't see nothing else to feel the real.
But if you want to get over them,
I feel like
if you want to
really
get over,
by these people.
no, I'm not. But if you want to be, this the answer you want to get over them. Make a playlist, make some songs that you shared with the person, cry together, and like Giselle Knowles told us, 3 days. You got 3 days to wallow in something. Well, that's what Beyonce said, and everybody love her. She give herself 3 days to be hung up or sad about something,
and then
it's because life is going. Because the thing about it is, life continues to go on. Like I have went to work with a broken heart.
Somebody?
I didn't
get under somebody else.
Broken heart, yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. I mean, for me, I just be journaling. I write like everything that I ever experienced with this person. Or I just remember how this person made me feel, and I'm like, yeah, I never want to feel like this ever again.
Man, that's
deep,
man.
For me, I'm like, yeah, like I never want to feel like that ever again. Like I never want to go through that ever again. Or you can't treat me like that. Like I feel like once I learn like my worth comes in many ways, not just with relationships, with friendships too. Like if you don't see my worth, and then I feel like I'm holding myself back if I hold on to something that don't bring me no value.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Like that's how I feel.
Holding
I feel
on
like
to the rope.
Yeah,
it hurts you more when you just need to let go.
Just let it go. Yeah, I feel like I'm not gonna hurt myself trying to hold on to something that literally our season is up. And then I realized that life actually got better, or it gets better when I actually dismiss this person, because it's like we already spent our time. You got to know that person and me, and especially if I want to grow and become and evolve.
Everybody can't go with you.
Everybody can't go with you.
It's
I'm not about to
part,
sit.
though.
I'm not, and it's hard. Don't get me wrong. It's hard because you got to like break something in yourself in addition to losing somebody that you loved and cared about in that season. But I like what did Madea say? She was like,
the roots of the tree. Some people gonna be like branches. Some people gonna be like leaves. Some you can't walk out there on them branches. You need them roots to that tree. It's the roots, not the leaves or the branches. Oh, that's when we was on with them plays.
Them plays.
Before the production got good.
Yeah.
Before I like everything before the budget go up.
I'm trying to
because
tell
that's
you.
when you get the authentic.
When they still had the microphones right here on the forehead under the wigs.
It look like for some of the wigs, it still look like they got the
when the
microphone
budget go
on.
up, it get a little shaky, shaky.
Yeah.
But I still
he's
stand
just
by what
trying
I
to,
said, though.
Trying to conform to the whole.
Yeah, I guess it's just me. It ain't got to be everybody else, but I still stand by what I said. I ain't never had a person that I felt like that about, but shit, I just feel like if you want to get over one, get under another one.
Nobody take that advice.
Don't take that advice then. But I'm telling you, it's
don't
good
take that
advice.
advice.
That advice
Great
might be
ass.
better than that whole I don't know who he is. I don't know who we are.
Well,
They missing.
I mean,
So
what
you
works for
telling me
works
it'll
for
be
you.
better for me to ignore that I ever knew a person. It instead of ignoring that I ever knew a person, go screw a new person.
Right.
No. I'm saying it might be. Well, both of them are kind of insane. To act like you never knew this person. When I clearly see photos and stuff of you with this person, now you say, I don't know who that is. Bruh, we can go to your Facebook right now.
first of all,
All right,
it's
right here.
First of all,
Okay,
Photoshop
and
is
what's
real.
the date on it?
I can deny it if I
The
want. I
date
can
is
say
always
that's
gonna be
Photoshop.
past
You can't
due,
tell me that I
isn't
can't.
You're
say
right.
it's Photoshop.
You know who else denies
It's
stuff?
gonna be past
when they
due.
see it right in
That's
their face.
hilarious.
Delirious. Yeah.
Who?
People, delirious people.
Are they related
some of
to
y'all might,
delusional
some of y'all might be,
people?
Delusional and delirious,
Some of y'all
yeah.
might need to be institutionalized. All right. So can we go on to the last topic, which is love or lust, which comes from our last episode. Lust or love, which comes from our last episode. Can you play the clip real quick for us?
Say what you're gonna say, but you're still gonna watch. I'm still gonna be in the talks. I'm still gonna be in the conversations.
Yeah.
So people judge all the time. It's like the same thing when they be like, oh, when your man be like, oh, I like you natural, but all the women you're following and liking pictures of is the women who have the hair down their ass, the BBLs, the this, the that. So let's not do that.
Because it
You
sound
want
good.
your woman to be less
Because it
than.
sound good. That's why. Because it sound good.
Because you don't want
Right?
your girl online.
Can you?
Say what you're gonna say, but you're still gonna watch.
Can you
I'm
can
still
you
gonna be in the
put can you
talks.
put the comment up for us too? We had somebody that commented on the video.
Let me read
y'all
that.
can see. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people like Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Hellcats, whatever you would like to think. But we don't want to pay the maintenance or the insurance. It's like a rental car. We want to go burn the tires up, wear it out, and then drop it back off. We're not investing into that. We love our old schools more than anything because that's what we spent time with building, putting our blood, sweat, and tears in.
Now, just to protect this young man, I did have a conversation with him in the DMs. I did let him know what he was putting out there. It didn't sound right. He did acknowledge that. He said, I could have found a better way to explain that, right? So what he really meant was that, well, y'all know what he meant.
No, tell
What
us.
do you mean?
He meant basically like he has no problem with chasing these quote unquote like
Hoes.
Instagram models. Or,
Uh-huh.
I don't want to call them that, but Instagram models. But when it comes to them selling it down,
Right.
I mean,
Right.
No, that's kind of
And that's technically
settling down.
Settling. I'm
down,
going to settle for you, but really what I really like
Hold on,
is
that's
that.
not what he said. But
Well,
it's
that's
a difference.
exactly
It's a
what he
different.
said.
But that's what we're talking about. It's a difference between lust and love. So he's lusting after these girls, but he really loves you, right? Which that's what you would want, right? You don't want
Fuck
somebody to
no.
just lust after you. You want somebody that actually loves you, right?
Sir.
You want somebody to just lust after you?
I don't want you to just. I want the person who loves me to also have lust for me too.
I'm not saying he don't.
I want
I'm just
you to
saying,
lust
I'm just
after
saying
me as well.
No, I'm not saying that he doesn't. I'm saying that's the only
Toya
value
said
he
it
has
best.
in
I
those
want a
other
man
girls.
that actually likes me. I don't want him to just want me because I'm what he needs. I want him to actually want me. I don't want to just be what he needs. I want him to actually like me. Like, why are you being with somebody if you don't actually like them?
Need
why
is
are you
stronger than
saying,
want.
oh, well, this is
And
what
I
we
need
like
someone
our
to
old
say.
schools, blah, 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 blah. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Need is stronger than want.
I don't want you to just need me. I said I want you to also want me. I want my man to actually like me.
He can like you.
No, because he just said he don't like. We like Lamborghinis and this and that and the other.
We do like Lamborghinis.
But what we know what home is though.
Okay, so
that's what he said.
It's a little confusing.
Yeah, it is. But this is my theory on it, right? I think it's just a full circle thing. I think what it is right. The men, they get with the girl, the old school. We'll call it the old school, right? The old school. They get with that.
Daniel Boone.
They get with that, right? Women are very women like to see what their man wants or likes or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So he's on Instagram. He's not really in love with these girls. He's just liking him because he likes the view, whatever. He likes what she has on, all that stuff. Women see that. They say, oh, well, I need to get like that. So they grow. They start doing all these things to change who they are to be conformed to what that girl is. He doesn't really like that girl. So now that you are that girl, he goes out and cheats on you, breaks up with you, right? And then you get mad and say, these dudes don't like me. I did this and this and this.
So then what about the ones that don't just like the pictures? What about the ones that actually go out and screw these women?
Hey, man, I ain't got nothing to do with
Take them out, screwing them.
They ain't got nothing to do with me.
I have friends who look like the BBL girls, who have those types of bodies, who... And they mess with dudes who have gals or girlfriends or wives. Like, y'all mess with them. Oh, well, he know he ain't getting what he getting at home with his bitch, what he getting with me. So you mean to tell me you okay with him flossing you around? Well, I'm the one getting the benefits. So we go here, we go there. I go on trips with this nigga. He buy me this.
So who is these evil villain women that you hanging out with?
They call serpents.
It's funny. It's funny that you asked that because I can't say. I can't say their name, but you know them.
Who's these diabolical?
Yeah, let me get that information. What's
their Instagram? We want to make sure our viewers know who to talk to. You know about these type of issues.
I'm just saying.
Pop it up
but
real quick.
Y'all will say that shit, but y'all will be doing all this extra shit that you don't. Man, the dude. And one of them I'm thinking about specifically right now. His fucking gal, wife, whatever you want to call it, at home with these goddamn kids. This boy don't take this girl nowhere, but be out with my partner at every fucking place you could. I'm talking about they go out to the club like they a couple. They go to restaurants. He done been on trips with this girl. Everything. He paying bills. He doing the whole thing, but he not your man though.
Hey man, are they hiring with this man working? He got enough to afford all that. I need to be working.
And I'm
saying, don't say his job.
Oh, you know what? Cause then
do not say his job. Do not say his job.
It's hilarious.
We don't need no Instagram video tonight.
I'm just saying,
don't connect no dots to nobody. I'm just saying,
but yeah, they make a lot of money there though. So, but I'm just like, it's so crazy, but. Then he's one of them ones though. It's crazy. He's one of them ones that he posts his gal, he posts his wife on her birthday and be like, yeah, because you always been down and this and that and the other. And that bothers me. Like that bothers me. That grinds my gears because you sit up here and you do all this other stuff with the woman that you claim that you don't. Oh, but baby always been down though. Yeah. Baby a good mama though. So you mean to tell me you would sit up here and post this girl on her birthday? Post all y'all little pictures that be at home and at church.
Like the pictures could just be in a smut magazine.
I think that a lot of those women, they know who they marrying and they know who they dealing with. Some of them is accepted because it come with the lifestyle.
Yeah,
they accept it because it come with whatever they not dumb. They not dumb. They know exactly what they dealing with. And at the same time, they probably lusting after the same man that's lusting after all these women. They lusting after them too. And they probably just have maybe dealing with, I don't know, some form of
low self-esteem.
So they accepting whatever to come with it. Because he's going to dish out bread to her. I'm pretty sure he dishing out bread to his wife. So I feel like a lot of those women know exactly who they dealing with. They know exactly who they marry.
Y'all touched on the, he's not getting this at home.
What did we say he not getting at home?
You said that. You said the girl said that, well, he doesn't get this at home.
He's talking about a bad bitch. She calls herself a bad bitch. I'm going to say that.
That's what I'm saying.
The BBL body.
I got you. So let's touch on that then. So what do you feel, and I hate to put this on the women, but we can put it on the men too, because let's not act like women ain't out here cheating too. Let's not do that.
Allegedly. But not black women, because black women don't cheat. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Black women don't cheat.
What can the person do, right? Because that person, in all honesty, like the dude said, he do love the woman that's at home. So what can we do? And I'm talking about men and women to maybe change that up. Like hey, she said it. I want them to like me too. So how do we get to that like stage? Because if you've been in a relationship a long time, that love is gonna be there. Yeah. That like is gonna be wavering sometimes.
Yeah.
Like we said, in season, right? In season, out of season. Sometimes y'all ain't gonna be on the same page with things. And that's mainly from things like y'all growing up together. Because when you're in a long-term relationship, y'all are growing together as a relationship and as people. So what I was like 5 years ago, I'm not the same dude. So if you keep wanting that same dude, because you hear that a lot too, like, why you can't be the person that I married? Or why you can't be the person that person is gone.
The representative. I got the job now.
Gone. Well, it's not just that. I'm saying, like, if you've been in a long relationship, like, that person's going to be gone because that person is growing. He's learning new things every year. He's changing his habits, all that stuff. So how do you re-love or reignite that so they won't be looking outside of the home?
I think me personally, to match their energy, like match they fly. Like, if you see them change. If you see them, working out and you still saying the same, work out, like, or, start to evolve within yourself. So you like you more than he start to attract, like you start to attract him towards you because you have this sense of like, confidence with you. You got this sense of like self-love that's coming out of you. You got this sense of like, okay, like I'm evolving, I'm growing. So like, this is what you want, like at the end of the day, that's how I personally feel. I feel like I'm glad you said that. No, like that's how I feel.
You have to be comfortable with you, you know what I'm saying? And even if you change to accommodate your person, you keep your core values because in most cases that's what attracted that person to you. And if you try to change for that person, it can kind of end up a disaster depending. But I don't like how you said what you could do to keep you can't do anything to keep a person from doing something they want to do. It's called free will for a reason. If she wants to go cheat, she's going to cheat. If he wants to go cheat, he's going to cheat. A person's mind has to be made up. You can provide some form of happiness that'll hopefully add to them wanting to not do that. But it's all based on how a person feels, what's available to them, their group of friends, guy and girls. Like, just it's a lot of factors, but mainly the person has to want that themselves, and it'll be okay.
I'm going to tell y'all a big factor, and Bree kind of alluded to it. The difference between the bad girl that's outside the home is, and you alluded to it too, it's the confidence. I'm just going to be flat out with you. Like, a lot of women,
it's confidence in different ways.
I get it, but a lot of women that's in the home,
my moo-moo and my shower cap, but that ain't what you want to see.
But I'm saying,
but I'm confident because I'm wearing it.
No. A lot of women in the home, their whole thing is, well, how do I look?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Hey, would you still love me if I was wearing this? Would you still the bad girls they don't never ask them questions.
I say it all the time.
They come out, you already know they bad.
I say it all the time.
They know they bad.
I want to get my person so I can let myself go. You have to know that a person look good.
And that's the problem.
No, your person has to look good because they want to look good for themselves. If I'm looking good just to catch a man, once he hooked on that line and caught, I can quit all this.
But that's
this
the old
fraudulent activity.
But I'm saying that's always been like the old kind of way of thinking, right? Like, oh, I got him now, or I got her now. But the whole point of us being together is we supposed to be giving each other our best, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
right,
we supposed to, yeah, but honestly, if you say you love this person,
are we talking about the inside of them or physical?
Yeah, all of it.
Because what I can give you, I've heard it many of times. Men are visual, so most of the time, what they have seen in you that they like, they do want to keep seeing it. So that's what I can give on the looks department. Like,
well, a lot of men were saying that, they don't really like these type of women, and y'all need to listen more to what they say and less of what they're doing, because they saying y'all getting confused by the likes.
Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
But if these women are bothered, you can ask your man not to be on social media. Hopefully that's not how you met him. Or you can opt out.
That's the most insecure stuff I've ever in my life.
You can opt out and not be on social media.
Yeah.
And what you mean insecure? I had an ex-boyfriend, but this was when stuff started just happening, I think. And neither one of us had social media.
But that's different. Both of y'all didn't have social media.
Yeah, we both didn't have it.
But if he had it, And then every 5 minutes you want to bring up an argument. And why you liking this girl?
Oh no, I don't care.
Man, that'll drive somebody at the wall, man.
And I have dealt with a person doing social media times. We didn't follow each other because I'm not gonna drive myself crazy. First off, shout out to the guys and the girls. It's not either one of you guys' fault. You know who fault it is? Algorithm. You a messy motherfucker. Because if you didn't show me who liked it, it's 1 million likes on a picture. You want to show me my man and my uncle liked it. I didn't ask you for that shit today. It's algorithm fault. Leave some mystery behind that shit. And then people got mad when it stopped showing how many likes and who liked the thing because they want to feel special. Them notifications y'all getting on Instagram ain't got shit on MySpace. That's when I felt like somebody come home, list this long full of notifications. MySpace had me feeling like I was the man, okay?
That friends list, that top friends
you
list.
got 10 friend requests. No,
Hey,
I'm talking about the box. It's like the 10 messages.
Man, that friend list will get you in trouble.
MySpace makes you feel like somebody.
Hey.
I had mine on rotation. Don't come calling me with that. Refresh the page. It's going to rearrange.
I tell people all day, you getting a little shaky. I'm take you out of that top five. You get a little shaky, dog.
But as far as social media go, it seems like people just shouldn't follow their spouses if you can't handle that.
Oh, that's the movement we on?
Or if you're gonna try to dictate them, because trust me, if they was doing it before they got you, that's what I was doing this before I met you. So what can you say? But everybody can't stomach that, because if you do have low self-esteem or have a little insecurity and he likes this girl picture, it's up to you to say, well, I don't look nothing like her. I'm gonna be like, I know why he liked that picture and go on by my day. I see that ass too.
And that's how I feel.
I see that ass too. I know why you like the picture or that moose knuckle. We all watching.
Yeah, I think this. I feel the same way. If I see my man is liking another woman picture, I'm not gonna sit here and be like comparing my body or my mindset to this woman. I'm gonna look and be like, okay, she look good. She look nice.
I see why you liking it, right?
I see them Tigo bitches.
I be liking it too. Yeah,
I'm gonna like it too.
I see you, girl. You putting it out there.
Yeah, and I personally don't think there's nothing wrong with if you know, like if you hear. I think sometimes men are real simple too. Like they really say a lot of stuff. They really
come on, preach for
they
us.
They real simple. Like I don't know, they just real simple. Like they say, okay, I like my woman smelling good, or I like your hair done, I like your nails done, I like your thing. Ain't nothing wrong with like.
There's so much to have.
It's not that you changing for them. It's just you saying like, baby, I know you like it, so it's gonna make me feel good about myself. It make you feel good, so it make us like kind of come together a little bit more. Like that's how I be feeling. Like I don't mind, okay, let me put on a little bit of smelly good lotion or a little perfume or just something like that.
Well, I mean, if he with you,
happy, yeah.
He most of the time. No, it's most of the time. Most of the time he like the way you look.
Yeah.
So like you double back and asking me, do I look good in this? I'm like, bro, like I like the way you look. Why are you asking me this?
Don't drag me in there because you hate yourself. I forgot who that was. Because he was like, do this make me look fat? Don't ask a stupid question. If you know you look fat, which is why you asked me that, which leads me to that's some insecurity shit, and don't drag me in on that. You gonna beat yourself up. You don't need me saying yes or no to help you beat your own ass. You gonna keep doing it. That's why you came in here, baby. This make me look fat. It's a mirror right there. Look and you tell me. No, and I felt that, man. Don't come in here with that shit. You already beating yourself up and want me to join. I don't help bully people. You know if you fat or not. Come ask me that. How this make me look? How you feel?
Yeah. What you think?
What you think? You asking your man about a dress. Hopefully your man ain't never wore a dress. He don't give a damn.
We gotta get out of here, but before we do, man, I want to make sure my other calls ain't got nothing else. She was shaking over there. You good?
Oh, I'm straight.
You sure?
You good? Oh, listen, I want to say something. I will this because for last Sunday's game. Let y'all know who the winners is.
Okay,
then we beat the Cowboys.
The Texans beat them, not the Oilers.
That wasn't even on Sunday. But
it just say Houston. They can't see that bottom part. If they can, that ain't
they can.
This part,
yeah, we whooped their ass.
This part. Yeah. Oh, when was that game? Monday.
I mean, y'all should have. Yeah. They only won 3 games the whole season. Y'all should have.
First of all, stop playing.
Oh, I don't know nothing about sports. I just knew that.
Before we get out of here, give them one more time.
Okay, I'm Kristie. Y'all, make sure y'all follow me at Coleman Studios. Coleman with the K. Okay,
Yes.
K-O-L-E, Coleman.
Yes, all that. And my website is www.ktbeautyboom.com. I had a great time. Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you.
I had the best time.
Thank you.
just
Y'all make
expressing
sure
it,
y'all
yes.
go follow, like, and subscribe. All right. With that being said, class is now dismissed. Peace.
Get out of here. Woo. Listen, you guys.
Quick.
So
Shit.
That was great.
I just recently